frozen water mixed with the dirt on the surface.
Of the 8 planets in our solar system, 4 are what's known as telluric. That's made up of solid material. They are the 3 brother planets already mentioned, Mars, Venus and Earth, along with Mercury, the closest to the Sun. Its proximity to the Sun means Mercury has no atmosphere.
The closeness of Mercury to the Sun has had in the past, many billions of years ago, an impact on the internal evolution of the planet. What happens is that the solar wind, the bow shot as we call it, can penetrate sometimes during very energetic storms down the surface of the planet. And this creates the flow of currents into the mantle during the formation of the planet.
ESA and its Japanese counterpart, JAXA, are working on a mission to explore Mercury in 2014. The 2 agencies will study the surface and the interior of the planet as well as its magnetic field. But high solar gravitation makes the mission a risky one.
It's a very special planet, very difficult to reach, because the real dangerous situation is that during the orbital insertion, if you make a mistake, you fall into the Sun.
The 4 other planets of the solar system are made of gas. The enormous Jupiter, Saturn with its rings and numerous moons, and then the coldest and least understood, Uranus and Neptune. So how were they formed?
The heavy materials fall towards the Sun, and then the material is available to construct planets such as the Earth, Mars, Venus and Mercury, while the lighter materials, oxygen, hydrogen and helium, are ejected because of the centrifugal force towards the other parts of the solar system.
Yes, gas. It's gas, but not as, but it's on the outer surface of it, it's gas as we know it. But as you go into the centre of the planet, the temperature and pressure increases massively, and so there's never any sort of hard surface at all. The gas molecules get more and more compressed, and more, but they remain fluid throughout the entire interior of the planet.
Patrick Irwin's work centres around the composition and the mechanics of the gaseous planets. He's a researcher and lecturer in planetary physics at St Anne's College, Oxford.
Jupiter is so big and so hot and so much high pressure that the hydrogen actually turns into a form of metal. And so almost 3/4 of the entire volume of Jupiter is actually made of this metallic form of hydrogen, which gives rise to a very, very strong magnetic field.
To help us understand the makeup of these non-solid planets, let's look at what happened to the debris of comet Shoemaker-Levy 9 as it hurtled towards Jupiter back in 1994.
When it came in, they basically start to evaporate, much like when a spacecraft and a shuttle come back into Earth. You get very high heating as the thing comes in very quickly through the upper parts of the atmosphere. So these fragments would have very quickly got very, very hot and vaporized, and would basically just been evaporated long before they got down into the deep atmosphere.
The gas surrounding Jupiter's core is vigorously blown around the surface by violent winds. The winds blow in different directions and cause unpredictable eddy currents.
On Jupiter you have it's alternating series of winds, so the winds go east and then west and east and west, and at the boundaries between where the winds are shearing you can form eddies. And the Great Red Spot is an unusual one because it's very, very big. The diameter of it is the same as the Earth, but you know, so it's 1,000 kilometres across. It's actually only about 200 or 300 kilometres thick, so it's a very thin thing on top of a very wide thing. These eddies, they seem to drive the Great Red Spot by being constantly absorbed into the outer ring, and keeps the winds going. And we think they also drive the zone wind of Jupiter, which blow very quickly east and west at speeds of 100 meters per second.
Less huge but similar in composition to Jupiter is Saturn. The ESA-NASA project Cassini-Huygens helped scientists understand far better the planet and its 60 known moons. leaves Uranus and Neptune, the furthest, coldest and most mysterious of the gaseous planets. Voyager 2 provided some close-up images at the end of the 1980s. These days, the work is continued by more powerful telescopes based on Earth.
All the materials with which the planets are formed, but not only the planets, also the human beings which are walking on this planet called Earth, all the materials come from the Sun.
The Sun, the object around which we all revolve, and from which we have all evolved.
Even the most evolved materials, which is biological material, the flesh we are made with, when we analyze in the fine details, we find out that we are made of carbon, of oxygen and hydrogen mostly, in a very complex combination of these elements. But carbon, oxygen and hydrogen are one of the three among the fundamental elements coming from the Sun. So we may say that even the human beings are made with stardust.
Man can be humbled by the thought he's nothing but the product of space dust. But he can also be slightly proud that he's beginning to understand his cosmic ancestry.